All right, jailbird. Let me let you loose, buddy. Have you filmed this yet?
Huh?
Have you filmed this yet?
Yeah, I just filmed some.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
now I don't have to say, let's film it.
I filmed you, them walking it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is our new building, of course. And so what we're doing is about every 32 feet, it's completely sided, right? We put the trusses up. So we're doing another 32 foot today, bracing it all off. And then we'll put all the purlins. It's for what we use for the metal to be screwed on. And then we'll put the metal on tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll put it on today if we have time, but I doubt if we will.
And the wind is kicking.
It's kicking, man.
It is kicking
It was kicking
today.
Yesterday.
Yes.
We actually had to tie the metal down and scoot it off. And up there it's 30 feet high.
I don't know how it didn't fly out.
See how much colder it is up there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the elements, man.
I know.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Well, I find it crazy that the difference being in this has to be a low valley or something, because it's different at my house. The wind doesn't blow like this at my house.
Yeah.
Because I'm surrounded.
I don't know how they do it, like in Wyoming.
I don't either.
High rises and all that. Like right here, all right, there's a ridge. In Tennessee, mountains run in ridges.
Yes.
They call them ridge runners.
Right.
Okay, so this ridge runs all the way up that valley into the lake and the river and the French Broad River.
Yeah.
All right. Then over here is another ridge that runs up here. This is a big valley that runs through here.
Yes.
And it runs right on into Newport. I found as soon as I built that building there, a massive wind coming there. I thought they were 70-mile-an-hour gusts that come through here. So when I was at Brothers Cove, and I mentioned this before, but we built these big platforms that run these steep grades. Well, my buddy's an engineer, and they did a weather study, which is part of what they do, of what goes on in that general area. Within a not even 30 mile, I think a 5-mile radius.
Yeah.
They said because of the mountains, the updraft, just right where Brothers Cove was at, they had to stiffen up the steel to make sure that was going to work.
Well, and at Brothers Cove, it was a mile, almost straight up. Like curved around up.
Yeah, that's almost 3 miles of roads to get to the top.
Crazy.
And it gained 1,800 feet in elevation from
Holy
bottom
cow.
to top. That was a mountain we worked on.
Yeah.
But I love the challenges of all that. Of course, this has not been a challenge. It's been something I'm just, something you thought for sure, but I'm guaranteed on this now.
Oh, yeah.
We got hurricane straps on everything. We got everything anchored to the concrete.
I don't have the sun on me.
And then we're fastening it all together. And then what I like about it is we're putting it all together as we build it.
Yes.
So we're putting all of our ridge cap on, our eave trims, our fascias, our soffits, everything's on it. So when we get to the end, it's done.
Oh, it looks so nice and strong.
So what we're also talking about doing is taking our, I look good this morning. So we're also taking our foam machine and we're thinking about putting it into a box truck that we have here, and we're going to make it portable.
That is fantastic.
So if we take our foam machine out of there, we can back it in
Great idea.
here, and we're going to spray foam this in here.
Oh, that will be great. Yes.
Yeah, I'd love this to be a conditioned area.
Yes.
Where
that'd be very nice.
The dust is vacuumed. It's a little bit warm. It's a little bit cool in the summer. A little bit, so we can make an environment. I think it'll help produce the product faster and better.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah. It's just a lot to it, and to be able to, to stay focused on something like this in the midst of building all these custom homes, getting ready for the Incredibox, and then trying to stay focused on this as slow as it's going, as meticulous, and then you've got the wind blowing, you've got temperatures, you got rain. There is just a lot of
there's
dimensions
maintenance, there's
stuff,
there's all kinds of stuff.
We got people that are out of state we need to take care of. We got the custom homes that we're building. We talked about that schedule.
Yep.
Did you write them questions down?
I did. They're in the office.
Let's go get them.
Okay.
So can you walk underneath that?
Yeah.
All right.
He runs after every four-wheeler there is.
He thinks it's time to go to the mountain. So what's all those boxes coming in right now?
One says supply house, so that looks like us. So that's everything that goes for us.
So they can't drive in here, that's why,
they can't drive in here,
I got you.
So that's the problem now.
What do you got, buddy?
He's ready to ride.
You ready to go to the
Well,
mountain?
he just ran around and around at the pond over here behind the wood shop. Come here, Ace. Come here.
Come here, buddy. Get in here. Good boy. Good boy.
Well, why don't you get behind the desk?
Like a big shot.
You can be the anchor man.
Oh, I'm anchor man here.
Yeah.
Well,
Look at you.
so in between setting up trusses, we're doing videos. So
Yes.
we may do several videos today.
Yes.
Because we don't have a lot of time to spend
Hi, buddy.
all on one video.
No.
Hey, buddy. All right. Oh, look here. I got my microphone hooked to my coat.
What a mess.
We came in here earlier and it was so
It was so cold,
cold in here.
and now it's nice and toasty.
So we were looking on the videos, and thank you guys for so many comments.
Oh, great comments.
And I was thinking before, because I don't comment on videos. I kind of watch a lot of them, but on YouTube, and I watch stuff that is just informative, right?
Yeah.
But I think we give a platform that we ask people. We don't ask for comments, but I think because of how we do things.
I think our content creates engaging with each other. Yes.
them. Because the guys I watch, they don't ask to be engaged, or none of that. You know, it's like
They don't listen. They ain't a man on this planet that ever asked to be engaged. Okay, let's just say that right
oh my
now.
gosh.
Okay.
So we love to be engaged. Gosh.
What a bunch of crap.
But Amanda she went through some of the videos, and she goes through all the comments.
I do.
I mean, we had some of 700 some odd comments.
Yeah.
You know, and I thank you for commenting, and we encourage you to keep commenting and ask us ask us questions, and we read them, and I want to try to answer some of them.
Yeah. And this is just to oh my God, label it. It was last night's video, which was, or yesterday's video, which we were talking about the Vermont couple out here.
Yeah. Travis and Nicole, yeah.
Travis and Nicole. So this is questions from that video.
All right. First one, and I don't know it. If you do.
Ah! Okay.
What's the color of that floor? I never got the name of it.
I do not know that, but we will find out.
We don't have a radio here. Hey, on our next segment, we'll answer that question. So you wrote it down, and I don't have the answer.
We don't know.
All right. Are we going to stop building custom homes?
That's a great question. We've been talking about several things.
I know we've been pushing model homes really heavy and our Incredibox really heavy. You know, I could just say yes or no, but let me explain, and maybe everybody knows this already, but when you build model homes, your costs are more fixed, your labor is more fixed, you're more efficient, you're quicker at what you do. You get them out a lot. Even the quality can be somewhat the same because the guys do the same thing over again. I never wanted to do model homes. You know, I always wanted to do custom homes because I figured the carpenters that would be here building would be guys that were like me, you know, that wanted something different constantly, wanted a challenge all the time. And I'm finding that's not true. All right. I'm finding that a lot of carpenters really like doing the same thing. And the reason is they're intimidated by something new. They're intimidated by change. I had never thought that. So before I got into this, I built for myself. I didn't work for other carpenters. I didn't work with other carpenters. I work with Tom. Tom will take on anything like I will. So we just thought everybody would want to do custom homes. And they don't. Guys are very, very intimidated by making a mistake.
They like to get good at something too.
Yeah.
You like to be good at something.
And they get so frustrated because it slows them down.
Yes.
And they got to think about it. And then they got to problem solve. You know, I remember I was in college years ago, and it was cognitive thinking.
Oh.
So being cognitive thinking is problem solving.
Yeah.
And that's a different level of, I don't know, knowledge or using your brain. So what guys like to do is say, let's V-groove this hole inside of this room, right? So they're on it. They'll V-groove it because they know the lines got to stay horizontal to each other and match and go perfect, right? But then when I say, when you get to this level right here, the plugs are normally at 41 inches. Well, we've got a special plug that's got to be at 52 and a half. Then we're not going to put the microwave right. The microwave's going to go over 14 inches, but she's also got a TV over here, and we got a drawer. You got to get all this stuff, and they're like,
yeah,
and they don't know where to go.
Yeah.
It's like,
you threw off my groove.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now it's time for a cigarette.
Yeah, that's why I that great in a cup of coffee?
So, but when it's the same, they get
Yeah.
used to it. And they like
And it's unbelievably
success of it.
satisfying.
Yeah.
Yes.
the success of it and all that. So,
Well, just like you talk about Matt, he frame.
yes, you thought Matt is just a war horse. I want to build like that.
And listen, can I just say that everybody loves Matt, okay?
Yeah.
Matt, you'll walk by and he'll throw candy at you now.
Yeah.
It's like Bad Santa or something.
So Matt's like he's old school.
Yeah.
Now where's the print? I want to build. I want to frame now. And he's that. And I'm going to get you.
does.
I'm going to get him on film. And you
does.
guys, he's exactly like that.
And he eats with a sandwich in one hand and a hammer in the other.
Yeah, he'll eat a honey bun and a couple snacks and a sandwich and done. Never get sick. My wife had COVID. I've never got it. She's got it 3 times vaccinated. That's
He goes on. He would never go to lunch. He would never go physically off this property.
Yeah.
Never.
Well, he said, "Where's everybody at? Lunch is 30 minutes long. They're gone for an hour." He's here before everybody, leaves after everybody, gets more done than everybody, eats less than everybody. Oh my God.
Hey, Matt's in great shape too.
He's 63.
Yeah, he's in great shape.
Yeah, and he can't bend over, get on the ground, but by God, he can keep going.
In frame.
He's got he can't do this, all right? He can't get on the ground and look up underneath there like that. But he can sure like
Listen.
I
I gotta tell you this, Randy. Remember this years ago? Okay, there was this man, Randy. We got into a CrossFit for a little bit. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Tell about that guy that you went.
Oh my God! So I thought I want to try this CrossFit thing.
Yeah.
So I joined a little CrossFit gym over here, and I'm in there and I'm watching. There's a couple guys my age. One guy's a real prominent builder here in Morristown, big highfalutin, got all kinds of money and everything. He's in there, and I didn't know who he was.
Yeah. Nice guy.
Yeah, and he's in there, and they said, "All right, we're going to squat this morning." I said, "Squat? Really? I've only been in here for a couple weeks. So squatting's a big bar on your back."
Yes.
And they're loading it up. I said, not me, big boys. You got to take some of that off. I mean, I've been lifting for years, but I hadn't been for a while. And so, the guy was my age, and they load that bar up, and he squats like this. Now, when you squat, you're supposed to, of course, go straight up and down, right? He was like this. Like that. And I'm like, oh my God, he's going to blow his spine right out his back. And I'm like, so then after it was all over, I've been here almost a month.
Yeah.
I paid for a month.
Yeah.
So we're talking afterwards, and I said, hey, how do you like CrossFit? Oh, that's good. And then, they are. And then I said, have your bodies changed or anything? He goes, well, no, I just feel in better shape. And then I heard him talking. They said, well, something about getting up in the morning.
Yeah.
And the guy said, these 2 guys are my age. They said they can't get out of the bed in the morning. They can't just lift up like good morning world. He said they have to actually kick a leg over, roll out of bed, right, and get on all fours and then slowly get up because their backs are shot.
And you said they couldn't put their socks on.
CrossFit's really helping you here, boys. Sounds like you need some yoga.
Listen, that CrossFit was really rough. I only did it for a little bit, but I'll tell you what, I never slammed my body down on a mat so many times in my life. I'm like, what? Why are we always on the ground?
Parts of it I love. I love I love it, but my arms won't reach back anymore. I have limited range of motion for my shoulders and stuff, so I can't do clean and jerks and squat with my bar over my head and all. They're telling me, go! And I can't. So I just went to them and I made the decision. I said, you know what? It's more important for me to be more agile,
more flexible
and agile, and I don't want to blow my back out, man.
Well, and that's what, I told the girls this a long time ago to try to explain about how the guys are out here, and you taught me this, of course, too. They're in extreme weather most of the times, cold, hot, aggravating weather. It's a physical job.
Yeah.
So it is no light thing to be out there and building these houses. It might look easy when we show them up on a ladder or them painting something or doing something, but you're stretching, you're reaching, you're bending, you're twisting, you're doing things that a normal person does not do in your daily life.
Anybody that comes here who does not do that every day of their life, they come here, they collapse after 3 days.
They absolutely
Because your body,
do.
it's all sore and everything. It takes a while to get into it.
100%.
Everybody, even young guys.
Yes.
Oh
yeah.
But yeah, Matt's a great guy. We're so glad to have him here. I wish we had 20 of him
He's
here.
a hoot.
You know, he just goes, man, and he just doesn't see. And I'm the same mentality when it comes like, so why do you need an hour for lunch?
Yeah.
Why do you need to stop and like take a break for
Right.
real? I said, your whole life's a break here. It's just fun to work here, you know. Anyway.
Your whole life's a break.
Yeah. All right. So to answer your question.
We don't have the answer.
No. Are we going to stop building custom homes?
Are we going to quit?
Man, we got off of that subject quick.
Wow.
No, we're not going to stop building custom homes.
We're not.
After all that. And
And
saying how bad it is to build customs, we're not going to stop because I just sold a 10 by 42 custom home.
Yes.
Like the Ocean Breeze, but I'm going to enhance it even more this time. It's going to be more whimsical because it's an Airbnb and it's made to draw attention. And this owner is wanting thatch again.
Yes.
And I love thatch.
Yes.
So I'm going to make that thing even more bold.
It's going to be an exciting build.
Yeah. So custom, yes, we do customs.
But now every single custom, no. And that's what the models is about.
No, and they're more expensive.
Yes.
Right off the bat.
They just are.
And are you going to, now I know the biggest question here is, well, what if I take, we got one called the Dover.
Yes.
All right, you guys, we got some really cool names, some great homes. But what if I take the Dover and I want to add, nope.
No. The models will be no changes whatsoever.
Yeah, so, and we're going to get into the models. We got videos we're putting on our website. I'm actually going to be on the website with a video for each model.
Yes.
We're going to explain exactly what's in that model and how they look. Now, we have not built those models. All right, we haven't built them, but if you're familiar with what we are, we've got some similar pictures, and hopefully, and that's just what we have to do because we don't have the time or the money to say, okay, here's our 7 models. This is what they look like, and you all can walk through them with us in the video.
But you are going to have Randy does. I know he doesn't think they're that great, but I think they're fantastic, and I have gotten feedback from past customers and employees around here and stuff. They love your sketches. I love when Randy hand sketches a floor plan and what it can look like, a little, what's it called, like a rendering or whatever. You do such a beautiful job. I know you don't think it's great, but if we put that on there and everybody can just visualize and see it, I think the anticipation of what it's really going to look like is even going to make it more exciting.
Well, good. I mean,
well, good.
That's what we're going to have to.
Well, good.
Because
that's what we're doing anyway.
That's what we're going to have to do.
Well, good.
Like it or not. Yeah. But listen, these models are incorporating a lot of things that we have learned over the years that people want.
Yes.
I mean, beautiful sinks, different types of sinks, amenities, finishes.
It is not going to be, just because we picked it, the model, please do not think economy. Don't think cheap. Don't think the bare bones. Don't think anything like that. What I've seen and what you're going to see whenever we put the videos out, you're going to be super impressed.
Yeah.
It will be hard pressed, I feel like, for anybody to want a custom home. They're going to be like, why do I want to do a custom home when what's missing in this?
Yeah.
So I think people are going to be drawn on their own to these model homes.
I do too, because it's going to be worth the money. You're not going to find this again. You're not going to find another comparable home
Correct.
close to the price anywhere in the country.
Way. Yeah, no way.
Who's
Yeah.
this?
No way.
Oh, Dave.
Okay.
Are you hiring? Yes. We are going to do a employment video. I'm hoping to get it done today or tomorrow. An employment video. We are hiring. Now, we are hiring only skilled, high-level tradesmen. Nothing. If you have said, hey, I built cabinets before, or I've helped my dad, or I've built my own house, and I've kind of piddled around, and I've been a factory guy or a teacher or a lawyer, and you're just like, got to be full-blown, into it kind of guy that knows like a Matt. Yeah. We're looking for Matts is what we're looking for. We're looking for guys that are on it, all right? Now, you're going to ask me, so what's the benefit of a guy that has that kind of knowledge and that kind of history of building? Why would he come here? Well, why is Matt here, all right? It's because when you're self-employed, either you keep climbing and climbing as a carpenter, and you hire guys, and you get more builds, and you're doing custom builds, And involved in all that is a lot of legwork, marketing yourself. A lot of guys got word of mouth. Sometimes guys are in communities and they've got homes piled up to build.
Sure.
That's great. Then he's ended up being a contractor, general contractor.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Some of those guys, like when I was in it, you know, I had got, the economy goes up and down. You get tired of running. You get tired of communicating with all the public.
You want to change.
All of it. But you're massively talented. Now, so what we do is I have eliminated all of the running around. You don't go to Lowe's to buy things. You don't go to the hardware store. All you do is you show up and work, and you got blueprints, and nobody's bossing you. Nobody's on your butt about anything. And we are willing to pay some good money. Look at him. Hey, what are you doing? Stay down. Down. Good money. When you say good money, call me and I'll let you know.
That's right.
All right? I'm talking.
Well, we're trying to get a hold of a guy right now. He actually reached out to us by email, sent his resume, told everything that he is capable of doing. And I'll tell you, one of the things that impressed me that he said was that I need very little supervising. That means he knows what he's doing.
You got it. And that's a statement, because when you get here and you're it's just the opposite.
That's right.
You got egg all over your face.
That's right.
And there's a gate.
Yeah, exactly.
And I hate to be that way, but I am protective of the guys that are here and the customers we build for.
Yeah.
We have to have. And you know what, man? I know there are massively skilled carpenters all over this country.
Yes.
And I'm willing, I'll say right here.
What you gonna say?
I'm willing to get you here.
Yeah.
You're going to have to make the first appointment.
For the right one.
You're going to have to come here and visit me and get yourself here, right? Yep. Fly into Knoxville or Asheville or anything you want.
Make your way here.
Fly in here. I'll give you a place to stay, and we'll talk and we'll interview you. Because somebody who invests about $500 to get here, you don't have to pay when you get here. I'll feed you and house you when you get here, and we'll welcome you here and talk to you. Somebody who wants that kind of, wants to invest that much in it are going to be guys that knows what they're doing. And when you get here, call me, of course. We'll talk first about money and what's going on. And I'll tell you what you can make and what we're doing. We want to be the top. We want to be the best, baddest tiny home company in the United States. And I have got so many more future plans that is going to involve so much more. So if you guys want, if we've been on this, 7 years, 3 in the backyard.
It'll be 7 years in May.
A couple years in the backyard, which was slow going. It was hard to do, and we were outside, and then we got in, the history of what we've been doing. But I still feel like we are just now busting through the curtain.
I agree.
And saying, hey, world, we want a platform.
I agree.
Okay? All right.
They got another one lifted up there.
I know. Next one is split the Hobbit door. Somebody suggested we split the Hobbit door.
I found that an interesting question.
Open the Hobbit door.
How do you do that?
I love it. We'll put 2 hinges on it, cut it in half, and open it up and done.
Now hold on.
Now watch yourself.
Watch yourself. That one house that we started as a Hobbit, didn't we do that and had 2 halves? Yes.
Where was that at?
The big one out here that Barbara and them bought. It was 2 half doors that the guys.
Was it really?
Yeah, into the bedroom. Remember?
Oh, it was in the bedroom.
In the bedroom.
What did we do with that frame?
Well, you tell me. It's somewhere.
Wow, yeah.
It is somewhere. Yeah.
I'm writing that down.
Write that down. I just thought of it when you was talking about that. It's like, wait a minute. I've walked through 2 halves before. Okay. Well, look at that. Look, we're problem solving, baby.
Thank you, man. Yeah. That's awesome. I totally forgot about that.
Inside.
Yep. So, great idea. I love the suggestion. That was cool. Handicapped tiny homes, most definitely.
Always.
And
Now, just kind of explain that just really, really quick. Any of the homes you do can be handicapped.
Yeah, so, I don't know all the ADA compliant guidelines that you have to have. But I know we can add grab bars. We can have handicapped toilets. We can, if you have to, we can adjust countertops to be upper, lower or taller. A lot of it is actually it's set up. You need a ramp to get in your house. Maybe the shower needs to be just rolled in with like I did mom's. You just roll right in and out.
We just need measurements in the guidelines, right?
Yeah. So they can be.
Okay.
Another thing is what Hobbit style with the 3 windows. Now, that's EJ. Hi, EJ.
EJ.
She lives here. And we love EJ. We've had some people that are interested in our Hobbits that we're building out here right now. So we're thinking about if we get enough people, that may be a model that we could feature.
It could be a Hobbit model.
Now, we do a model. What I'm thinking about doing is we would have, let's say we sold 10 of those. I would like to put them through our assembly line.
Yes.
And we systematically try to build these things and get them out,
Mm-hmm.
okay? So, also one said the loft area, the loft tall enough for a recliner couch and have TV upstairs. That one did.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that one's a little bit above the DOT traveling.
Okay.
So what we do is the house is already too wide. They're wider than 8.5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So we go 10 foot wide. They're actually, with the overhangs and everything, can be a little over 11 foot.
Okay.
Okay. So I said, and Tom, we've talked to DOT. If you go up about 14 feet, you still need a permit. If you go 14 or 13.6, it's still this.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're doing is we're increasing the height, which gave us more room. Now, also in that house, I lowered the loft about 1.5 inches. So when you go, so we gained about 8 inches up there,
Mm-hmm.
So it was.
Well, that kind of coincides. I know you're going to get to that. We need to tie that other question in with it about
Right.
the curve. Let's
Okay.
tie those
So
two
that
together.
house, as you guys can see, it kind of went like this, like that, or
Yeah.
down. It was down in the back,
Where was the 3 windows?
and then it went down like this. Yeah.
Okay.
So here was the windows right here, and then this here was the loft. Okay. I'm drawing this upside down. But here was the loft standing here. Well, they wanted to know why this curve had to be here. Why couldn't it be here, right, and go down? Well, because your head would be outside. All right? This is where all the rain falls on your
Yes,
head and the
okay.
snow and the wind. Woo!
Woo, there's the
And you
wind.
go, whee! And you're over here laying down on the concrete.
Oh, that's no good.
No
Okay,
good.
that's a bad
All
drawing.
right, so
That's bad.
the curve of that roof is at its peak is in the loft, and then it
Okay.
comes down in the living room.
Yeah.
All right.
Can we put, hey, you know what? That'll be one of our models.
Somebody wondered about Joseph's build.
Yes.
Excuse me. Joseph's build is a spec house. He built this house. Him and I are building this home. It's a 10 by 24, I think, and it is going to be for sale.
Okay.
We'll let you know more about that in the days to come.
Oh, thank you.
Communities, yes.
News at 6. More at 6.
We do have plans for more communities.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yep.
Very soon you'll be hearing some news about it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Drawing. What's drawing?
Drawing. What
You
does
got
that?
one that says drawing question mark.
Drawing.
All right, Brian
Oh,
Jacobs.
the drawing. To draw for the house.
Oh, the drawing for the
100,000.
house.
Yeah.
So we're going to give away a house now because we get 100,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
The drawing, we're going to give you a date of when that's going to be. It's going to be a live show because we don't know where you guys are at and how to contact you.
Mm-hmm.
So if we pull your name out, how are you going to find out you won?
Exactly.
So you
That's
have
true.
to tune in at a live show, and we're going to make that about 3 months out so everybody knows what that date is. So if you're, in Bangladesh and you need Wi-Fi and mom calls you and says, boy, you better get on Incredible Tiny Homes at this date you went out. You'll have time. All right?
Okay.
Next one, Brian Jacobson, top of the wave at the front where the windows are. Yep, Brian, we just explained that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still using the hurricane straps? Yes, Melinda Hughes, we sure are. We use hurricane straps to tie our rafters to our wall right here. We're actually put them on our building out here.
Okay.
Even more straps out here. But we always use hurricane straps as part of our ANSI certification.
Okay, good.
Regular door instead of a round door on a hobby, of course. You know what? The round door makes it
Hobbit-like.
but yeah, I don't care to
style.
put a regular door
Okay.
in there. Yeah. Weight in lofts of the ESP. Now, I don't know how much it'll hold up.
Mm-hmm.
We did a video of about 800 pounds. It was like almost 4 adults, 1 hanging, and Ace up there.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. And also, normally under a 10-foot or even an 8-foot wide house, there's usually a load-bearing wall that we design with a bathroom wall.
Okay.
Now, we've been doing some 10 by 20s and 8 by 24s that it was out in the living room and there was nothing underneath it, right? And we've got a couple people living out here in them, and that's what we've done is experimenting with the load. The engineering of it is all the perimeter of it and how it works up with the wind load and structural. On the lofts inside, that's something we added to it. I think it actually gives strength to the house from spreading, and it locks it in more. But the actual vertical load. Now, another thing that let me draw another picture. Another thing that I think is you have a loft here, right? Well, a loft normally, let's see here. I'm drawing this upside down. all right, normally would just have a mattress, right? Mm-hmm. And then you're going to have just probably 2 people up there, right? That's all you're going to have. So you got, let's just go 300 pounds and 300 pounds. Let's just say. Mm-hmm. Then you've got another 100 pounds for this. So you're going to have maybe 600 pounds on the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay.
If you have the living room directly underneath it, right? This is a living room. Mm-hmm. So this is where you got, people can stand almost every 2 feet.
Yeah.
And then you go 300 pounds times all them. Mm-hmm. That's because now we have the I-beams of the trailer. This is all steel. These joists are, 16 inches on center to hold that whole floor up.
Right.
This downstairs has to be way stronger than this loft. You can't get that many people up here.
And the loft is usually over the bathroom and the kitchen,
It's over the bathroom and kitchen like we talked. Mm-hmm. But even if it's not.
Even if it's not, right.
You're only going to get a limited amount of people up here because it's only 42 inches high.
Exactly, correct.
Why would we all crawl up there and sit in 42 inches?
Why is everybody upstairs?
Yeah. So that's how I look at that. We never did an engineering test to put maximum load. I remember when I was in college, they had this compressor, right? And we were testing concrete. So we would pour the concrete, we would measure the slump test of it, the moisture content, the aggregate, and the steel, and all this stuff. And we made all these concrete core samples.
Right.
Then we would put it in this press, and we would measure how many loads per square inch it would cause to make it fail. Mm-hmm. Well, that's the only way we would be able to engineer that loft.
Okay.
Because it depends on the perimeter, the load, the way it's designed, how many screws are in it, the adhesives in it, the gauge of the steel, the foam. It's never been done. So what we do is, this is field knowledge that we've done over the years. That's why it was so important, is why we sold our first 30, 40 homes for such a low cost.
Yes.
It's because we wanted people to take a chance on our new design that we had never had out in the field before.
Yeah.
ANSI certified because it is structurally strong, but when it comes to assembling it and if it is going to leak a little bit, if it's going to tweak a little bit, all this, because it's a brand new system, people got a deal. $25,000 house for a 10 by 20. $25,000 for an 8 by 24.
That's crazy.
Never again will you ever see them prices here, because we can't afford that. We really couldn't afford it then. If it broke us even, we were lucky. But it got out the new product, which we just sold 80 Incrediboxes, and
which leads to February 21st is the cutoff.
Glad you said that.
It has been so busy, and I told the girls, I said, you wait until the last week. It is going to be. It's going to be there. To
go to that subject, the Incredibox is $20,000. It's 8 by 16. Go to our website, IncredibleTinyHomes.com. You'll see a little video of the one I'm living in and how it was a before and after pictures. Believe me, everything in there was just painted and some shelves. That's it. Yep. So if you want a $20,000 Incredibox, please call before February 21st. The only reason I'm doing a cutoff is because this whole building is for the Incredibox. And we want to make sure that we can expedite these builds, get them built efficiently, cost effective, to make sure that we can do this. I'm 99% sure we can, but you know how it is. I don't want to get strung out and sell 300 of these things.
Yes.
I just want 100. And then I thought, to motivate people, just like we always do, I think it's fun to have sales and pitches. It's just exciting.
Of course.
It's like, if you are one of the 100 people and you want an Incredibox, 1 out of 100, we're going to do a contest. It's a decorating contest. Spiff up your house. Send us some pictures and videos. Try to make your house the best looking Incredibox out of 100. And if you win by everybody voting, you're going to win a free Incredibox. Another one.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
And be sure, if you can't get through on the phone, because we got Sam and Amber who answered. Lindsay answers the phones. They get transferred if it goes to voicemail. Send an email. Email is always.
And don't stop.
Don't stop.
Just keep on. There's glitches. There's sometimes emails fail and it goes to spam and all that
stuff. I'm interested in the Incredibox. Fill out the form on there.
Yeah.
On the website where it says, what are you interested in? And it gives you the option for the Incredibox.
Yeah.
Put it on there, fill it out, and someone will contact you, send you a contract with all the details and everything. And it's $20,000, and it goes up after February 21st goes to $25,000.
We're going to be 25. That means the house
has to be, yes.
Because we're adding a line set.
Yes.
above the door so you can put a mini split in later.
Yeah.
We're also going to put the plumbing in the drain for a future wall-mounted bathroom sink.
Yeah, and if you get it now at $20,000, you're not going to get that extra cost on there.
No.
So that the $20,000, you get that just extra.
Think about it, an 8x16, and I showed a video. You guys can several videos in our regular video. We went back while I did it. Everybody says, how long are you going to live in that house, Randy? How long are you going to sell it? I said, no, this is my home. I really like it. I'm getting my food in it now. I've got my water. We got my. I flow with the bathroom. It's enough room for showering to put my clothes. A small closet we built. Storage above the bathroom. So it fits me perfect. I know it's not for everybody, but there are 340 million people in this country. All we need is a couple hundred of them that kind of say, hey, you know what? I can see that's a need, and I could put my child in it, or my mom, or my dad, or an uncle, or aunt, or a dog.
And we do have people who are actually buying for their kids.
Yeah.
They've told us that they're getting it for their kids.
It'd have been the greatest gift if my folks would have bought me that.
Oh my goodness.
When I was in my 20s.
Your own place?
I remember, all right, before I sign off, let me tell you a story. All right, so when I was 21 years old, I moved to Florida. I met Foster Pyatt. Joseph Pyatt works here, and it's his dad. So I met him a few years before that, but we were living in his brother-in-law's house. We're 21, we're driving trucks, we're doing medical supply deliveries, everything. We opened up a small little muscle gym, we're just young guys. And so we didn't know where to live, but sleeping on the couch and on the floor and all this stuff. And we thought, man, we want our own home. So him and I, we lived in Florida, and it was in Newport Richey, Florida. And there were a lot of cypress trees and swamps. And back then, there was no protection on cypress trees. Anyway, the neighbor wanted to get some trees gone, and we built a log cabin, all right? So we went over the fence. There's a barbed wire fence. We went over there, and we're cutting these cypress trees, heavy as concrete, full of water, in swamp up to our knees.
Oh, my gosh.
Sucking our boots off. We would cut it, and we'd carry them logs and throw them over the fence and drag them over the car or the truck. Never done it before in our life. We'd never built nothing. We had a subfloor out of wood. His dad was an old builder, and we built these little trusses to fit on. Anyway, we got to where we both looked at each other and thought, man, we're both 5'8". Why do we got to have an 8 foot tall wall? So we just went to 6 foot, and that was it. We didn't go any higher than that. We built our own door. We had windows in it, but no glass. So had these shutters, no electricity, no running water. There was nothing in there. I loved it. We put our 2 old hospital beds in there, and I come find out Foster didn't end up living in there. I ended up living in it. It was in the backyard of his brother-in-law's house, right?
Yeah.
I needed a place to live. I didn't have nowhere to live.
No.
And I'm down there working. I need to make a living. Fortunately, his brother-in-law let us live in his house until we could get something. I couldn't afford to go get an apartment. I didn't even think of that. So I lived in that log cabin, and I remember it got the coldest I'd ever been is in Florida.
In Florida?
Man, it dipped down, and I just didn't have the clothes. I didn't have the heat that I needed.
Yeah.
It got down into the 20s.
Gosh.
And I remember I had this wood stove in there, and everybody was concerned about my stove that I got in my house.
Yeah.
Listen, it's just done so many stupid things. I had a wood stove in there, and there was a window right there with no glass. It was just a shutter. So I took the pipe, took it out, 90'd it out, cut a hole in that. I wasn't a carpenter. I probably took a hammer and busted a hole in it. Cut a hole in it, and the pipe stuck out. Now, the stove that I got was given to me, and it had cracks all in it. I mean, literally cracks. So I didn't know how to build a fire.
Right.
Nothing. So I'm fiddling with a fire, and I got that thing. And it started chucking like a steam engine.
Oh, my gosh.
Like that. And when it got going, I looked outside, and the pipe had flames shooting out like it was a jet engine.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, oh, my God, I'm going to burn the cabin down. I'm still freezing inside the house.
Oh, my gosh.
So I took my mat, let it cool. I'm like outside waiting for it, So I'm like, all right, it cooled down. So I took my mattress, I laid it right next to that stove. The whole house was still cold. And I'm like, they had 3 dogs. I piled all them dogs on top of me. I curled up inside there, and that stove going, and I tried to feed it all night long. And there was so many cracks in it, I could see the fire illuminating out of the cracks all night long. Anyway, back to my point is, if I would have been able to have an Incredibox
yes.
that I could have taken around in my journeys throughout the country and as a young guy, trying to find out where I want to live, where I want to go to school, what I want to do with my life, right? These Incrediboxes are so cool. Now you got campgrounds, and hopefully one day, Incredible Tiny Homes may have communities across the country that people can stay in and travel all over the country and stay in one of the communities. If I would have had one of them, I know I wouldn't have had that awesome story, right? But I would have had a nice place to lay down, and it may have helped me adjust to life and make some better decisions in life instead of just, I had to run from there. I didn't have a car. I'm talking, I was just a young guy and didn't have anything. So I had to run from there to our gym that we had going, and it had no hot water. I'd take a cold shower after freezing all night and then go there and go to the shop to travel all over the middle part of Florida delivering medical supplies, which I loved. It was awesome. I had all these older people that were my customers that I delivered hospital beds and oxygen and all kinds of medical supplies. Then at night I'd get home and I'd run the gym, and it was a 7-day week, and we had a ball doing it. It was awesome,
Aww.
So anyway, I just wanted to tell you that I think Incredibox is such a way of helping so many people.
I do too.
To have a place to lay down. I feel comfortable because I feel like we have built that house. We probably had no more than 4 or 5 days in building the whole house.
Yeah, right.
And what I love about it is I didn't steal time away from the company.
Correct.
I didn't steal time away from anything else in my life. It's economical. I didn't have to take money from the company that much just to get it done in a time frame.
Yep.
And I think that's the biggest reason why I love living in it, is I feel justified living in it right now.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, all right, everybody, subscribe to this channel if you will. Come see us. We might throw another video out here later. We're putting up the building right now. They're setting up some more trusses.
Well, just let me mention really quick, and I know I always add something to it, but we had quit doing in October. I think it was right at November 1st. We had stopped doing visits here, tours.
Yeah.
So we're getting ready to start those back up. Okay. We'll give you all the details. We'll actually probably do a separate video about it to let everybody know.
Good.
Because we're getting a lot of requests, and the biggest thing, number one, is safety. So we're trying to
I love people coming, man.
We do too, but you can't come into a factory. You can't walk into where there's tools and things like that.
And I'm going to fix that, remember?
Okay, well, we'll see what Jake at Farmers Insurance says. But anyway, we're figuring that out. And so we're hoping to have spring tours start up 2022. So be looking for that. And that'll be exciting.
Yeah. Well, I want to build a elevated walkway in the new Incredibox building, so people can come and they can tour the entire perimeter of the box, lifted, elevated, looking down on all the work being done.
Which would be super cool.
Yeah, I don't know if I got to put plexiglass up or whatever.
We'll figure out what we got
protection.
to do. Yeah.
But you'll come in, we'll have offices elevated, you'll be able to go up. We're actually going to have an elevator.
That would be super cool.
All right, so people that are handicapped, they still can come. They can go up in our elevator and tour the whole property. All this is in the future. We got friends got an old elevator thing that they're going to sell us, and he's wanting to. What's he wanting? You ready to go? All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And we bring another video later today.
Yeah, we may do that.
A lot of stuff going on.
So much going on.
All these questions. Please send in all your comments. Like I said, there's more communities, homes, models, videos. We'll let you know when all that's coming out.
And we're going to get better at answering more questions, so keep them coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a great day, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
It's your buddy.